coming out from Insurgent was either Hail Mary plays at the very end, or, you know, we did see them try to make a couple of small plays. I mean, they picked off G4, which was nice, but by then it was just, they were getting consolation prizes.
And you know, G4 was like a couple pixels away from getting out of that situation, too.
100%.
So, close. But they need to be very much on target as we head into our second ban and pick phase. Mega going to be on your blue side, so they'll have priority as Insurgent going to be on red. And first ban off the table, going to be that Karma.
So Insurgent have already proven that playing the way they want to play is not going to work against Mega. Mega just have the better players right now. And I'm not trying to throw shade at Insurgent and say they're bad, but Mega are just better. They're a better team in terms of communication, cohesion. They've got, you know, Pop and Dual played in the LCK and the LMS, very strong player, and 3 World Championship players on the top side of the map. You need to throw a spanner in the works. You need to pick up something unorthodox and something that can catch Mega by surprise. It's how we've seen teams like Mega lose in the past. Similar to how Liab were facing a very heavy early game composition from Armor Project in the first game of today. That's what Insurgent need to put together, throw the spanner in the works, take it to Mega in a way that makes them uncomfortable or they're unfamiliar with, and try and tear apart their gameplay that way. Because, again, these are all challenger players from Thailand. It's not like Insurgent are bad. If you give them a 6,000 gold lead, they could probably take it to Mega. But they need to get that 6,000 gold lead from somewhere in order to start the snowball going.
See here, Yuumi going to be picked up, so Pop going to be bringing in the Kitten down toward the bot lane as bans. Karma was taken away by Mega, as well as the Corki and Olaf. Insurgent getting rid of the Kench, as well as the Azir and the Sylas. And for themselves, they might go ahead and try and lock in the Ezreal quite early here in the priority, it seems, from teams tonight.
Locked in. I think it's a very early on by Insurgent. I like the Yuumi pick from Mega. Very safe pick that Pop can use in the bottom lane. And we've seen some picks that Yuumi can go very aggressive against, especially someone like a Sona pick bot lane. We've seen Yuumi go up with a Tristana and just jump in for the early combo. And Karthus has been locked in.
So we get the Karthus coming out here by Insurgent. Our first Karthus. We've been seeing it mainly in the jungle when it comes to global play. Probably will see him once again there. And, you know, he's considered one of those niche but still very powerful picks, especially early, too. That might be what, you know, Insurgent's looking for.
Could be the spanner in the works. Mega just go completely standard. Dual on a late game scaling champion of Siva. Pop with a very protective support of Yuumi. Lee Sin gets locked in for Lloyd. That's an old favorite of his. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
See the final pickup here for Insurgent. Might get spooky.
Hey, they still got 2 more picks after this. What are you talking about?
Of the first pick phase,
Thank you very much.
So we head into our second ban phase. But is the Pyke getting locked in alongside that Ezreal and Karthus? So Insurgent looking to change things up quite a bit here when it comes to game 2.
I think we're going to see something very similar for Mega, though, because Lloyd's going for an aggressive jungler. We should see him try to disrupt Hopeless in the jungle, especially if that's a Karthus in the jungle. Lee Sin's going to love to invade that. He's going to be able to get right up in his face, get so much damage down nice and early, too. So we should see him and Rocky go tandem with very strong champions top side of the map. And then you probably have a very staple mid lane control mage for G4 once again to just kind of even it out. He can go towards top side, play very early on and be aggressive, or scale up into the late game the way Duel was in the last match.
See, Cassiopeia actually being banned out here by Insurgent against G4. And Camille going to be their final ban when it comes to the second phase for Mega. Do they not want to leave available the Irelia along with the Renekton being banned out? So a lot of focus toward that top lane. We'll see, Insurgent do have the final pick here. And with that Irelia and the Renekton being banned out, they feel confident enough to go with this Gnar.
That's a mistake. Until this point in time, I'm like, okay, Insurgent have gone for a decent draft. You do not pick Gnar blind in the current meta of the LST because Rocky's just going to take a pick, which now it's going to be Aatrox, and he's just going to go top lane and style on Polar's Gnar. No, this is not. It's not what this is about right here, Opal.
Belby? Are you thinking it? Okay. Wait.
Mid-Cled does fine against Rise.
Mid-Cled? Okay. You said let's try something wacky here. They're going full whack at this point for Insurgent.
I mean, I like it.
I like it.
But they just don't have strong jungle control. Lloyd can disrupt the jungle, and if you disrupt the jungle, better jungler wins. That's what they say in the solo queue these days, right?
Yeah, usually. Is that final lock-in is going to be the Cled.
See, I just don't like the Nara and the Karthus pick. I think, yes, Karthus is spanner in the works, but you really need dominant lanes for him to be effective in the jungle. And they don't have that top side of the map. Nara is not going to do incredibly well against Aatrox. It's a very difficult matchup for Polo to try and take against Rocky, especially if it's Rocky's Aatrox. And then Lee Sin's going to be able to disrupt this Karthus jungle. Besides that, I think the bottom lane looks fantastic. Khaled's going to do fine to Rise. Just let's see if they can hold on to top lane.
And we'll see Insurgent looking to force Game 3. They need the victory here, and we'll see if the draft is able to do it.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
I already see a 3 to 4 man stack coming out from Insurgent to start things off here with an invade. Hopeless is actually not part of this, by the way. Wanted to play it safe, and we see some pings coming out. They're going to go for a full rotation. Hopeless is seeing this. G4 standing pretty far up. Are they going to be able to collapse? No, they go the far route.
Just some early wards to see where Karthus is in the jungle. Again, very important because you want to track Karthus as Lee Sin. You want to know exactly where he's going so you can start to effectively counter jungle. But we should see both of them start on opposite sides of the map. Red buff being picked up first by both junglers. Seems to be the standard with the current meta. Everyone really wants to get their red first. Just means that if you get into a fight or you get into a duel, you can use it effectively. And you can see that's the recent change to Rise. Rise no longer has an automatic snare on his W. It starts off as a slow, but can turn into a snare based on the rune stacks that he has.
Yeah.
Is it a rune stacks?
I believe it's I think it's rune stacks, yes.
I thought they did something about rune stacks too. They removed it or something.
I
I can't remember.
don't think so.
I just remember snare gone low, and then Karthus, Rise still in meta. Rise rework. Let's go.
It's Hopeless here going for a rather full clear this time around.
I was casting the Zotek Cup charity.
Oh,
hopeless.
That's an oof. Gets the reset. Luckily, it wasn't a big one, but still, that will slow down his jungle. As he's lucky, Lloyd actually didn't go up for the invade.
So I was casting the Zotek Cup charity one-on-one tournament recently, and from the online ladder, there was a 14-year-old Korean kid who played Aatrox religiously in the one-on-one matchup and just proved how strong he is in the laning phase. His kit just does so much to benefit his laning phase. And you can already see Rocky's using it very well against Polar. Every time he can get a Q off, he gets the poke down. Polar has gone for Grass of the Undying, so we'll have some sustain if he trades against Rocky.
I see Polar going up into that Meganar form.
There you go. Every time Rocky's passes go up, he just pokes a minion and he gets some hit points back.
Polar's going to go back into mini. Just a slow start here, not going extremely aggressive. We see Hopeless was able to go ahead and pick up his blue buff, and Polar even getting interrupted there during the hyper.
That is... Oh, that's painful.
Meanwhile, Belby's also getting pushed in toward mid lane. Looks like everything so far so good for Mega. Again, another quick poke, and Polar's just going to get brought back. He might just go for a solo kill here.
That's insane. Rocky playing this one very well. The way you play the Aatrox matchup into range is you wait for your E to be up, you channel your Q when he's in range for an EQ, and then you proc your E halfway through so you always land that first Q. All right.
Hello?
That's a kill somewhere on the map.
And
then you pull them back with the snare and get the remaining parts of the Q off.
Polar's playing with death here.
Rocky also deciding, you know, you might want to have a little bit of a bout with the Grim Reaper too. Lloyd also picked up a kill somewhere across the map. We didn't catch that one up.
It was getting the Kled in mid lane, so it looks like Belby pushed up a little too far forward.
Not the start you want if you're Insurgent. Your top lane's already been 10 CS behind. Your bottom lane is just free farming right now. We don't expect anything else. Sivir should eventually start to pull ahead here. And mid lane already taken down by a gank from Lloyd, who's controlling the jungle against Hopeless. A very strong start coming out from Mega.
Let's see if Hopeless decides to go for a play up toward top lane.
He's got blue, so he can do this.
Got blue, has the wall of pain. Oh, that's
my.
instantly. Polar gets back to safety. Hopeless needs to actually land
Rocky
the
can fight him. Rocky can fight both.
Rocky is just juking here at this point. There's the flash finally coming out. And a lot used.
Very well played by Rocky. Polar did not turn into Mega Gnar there, so we couldn't fight. But let's first take a look at the mid lane play.
Oh, he got the rune stack there, so.
Simple.
I think actually, we mentioned the rune stack. It's actually the Essence Flux that needs to be laid before you get this done.
So just taking that top lane fight, Rocky played that so calm. He knew he could fight Polar, so when the gank came in from Karthik, he's like, well, I'm going to go forward. Because if I go forward, Polar can't fight me unless he wants to die. Burnt the flash from Gnar, he's still in mini. At that point in time, he could just sit back and be like, well, Hopeless is Karthus and I'm Aatrox with fairly high hit points. I could fight him and just fights him. Waits for Mega Gnar to come back in, then is the only time he needs to disengage. Plays it very well. Rocky surviving the gank and burning a flash, which means it's not even an advantageous trade in favor of Insurgent. He comes out on top because he wasn't the one forced back to base immediately. He could stick around and farm up another wave.
Yeah, currently sitting almost 20 CS, now more in that matchup, as the wave is also going to crash in onto the tower, and Polar already used his teleport, so that's more minions and gold being wasted away to the tower. Mid lane, there's also a slight advantage. You got 15 CS there for G4. Bot lane, really the only thing that's sitting even at this point between the two. And Hopeless too. Can't really do anything. He's going to have to farm, and back timings are also going to be desynced, so Shout's going to have to solo the bot lane for a bit.
Yeah, which means Duel can push a couple waves into the turret and force Shout to farm underneath the turret by himself. Free to take some poke damage from Yuumi as well as Sivir. But very controlled game coming out from Mega. Nothing flashy just yet. They picked up a nice 1,500 gold lead for themselves, which is nothing to shy away from. That's still 15% of the gold in the current match.
Ooh.
That's what we mean. Free to poke away at Shout. Nothing you can do without Martin there.
Yeah, actually holding on for the Arcane Shift quite a long time there. Didn't end up using it. Maybe used it to actually get back to safety in the first place. Belby knows Lloyd is somewhere nearby. Hopeless. That's an invade. You gotta be careful here, bud. Look how much control wards are already being invested.
Oh, even G4's wrapping around for this, but I don't see the red buff.
Oh, Hopeless. You almost lost that. It's down to 80 health. Here we go.
Tower dive top.
You got 3 people coming up top. Polar, he's going to try and use the ultimate. Ends up throwing back, and here comes that Karthus ultimate. Nice tanking, though, comes out from G4, and Rocky doesn't get taken down, but here comes that Kled wanting to jump in. Lloyd says you're going to step up into the pit. Let's see what's going to happen. Belby able to connect over toward the side. Bear Trap on the rope does not get its second pro. Hopeless doesn't have blue buff, by the way. He doesn't have a whole lot of mana.
He's got no mana.
He's got no mana. Hopeless!
He's got no mana!
And Hopeless doing his best freak impression. Going to come into lane with no mana and just die. At least he's using the passive.
They're farming minions away from the Gnar. 67 to 39 CS. This is a devastating top side of the map. Duel's now found his momentum in the bottom lane. We already saw the poke he was able to dish out against Shout. And just continuing to farm up this way. Spell shield on towards the ultimate coming out from Ezreal too. So bottom lane's now got control. 3 assists for G4. He's controlling that mid lane. Jungle is 2 kills ahead. And top lane's in the bin. Mega have done the exact same thing they did in last game, which is target the top side of the map and slowly use that natural bottom lane advantage to their favor.
Duel's going to continue the farm. Hopeless. This time actually getting his blue buff.
Nice.
It's not like... Yeah, it's...
You see, this wasn't the spanner that we needed from Insurgent. Yes, Karthus, we've seen what he can do in the jungle before, but it's just not not what they need against Mega. They can't use something that risky. They need something early. They can take the fight to them early. Try and take them down to the brawly, scrappy level that Insurgent can pull off.
And Lloyd can just get free reign here into the Dragon. You can look at the map. As far as Insurgents go, they got no vision past the 1 or 2 wards that are coming up right between the lane entrances from the river. So it's just wide open jungle for Lloyd to go in. G4 can also rotate. That's what we saw earlier. It just kind of feels like Insurgents are just going to allow Mega to have full control, and there's not a whole lot they can do about it.
This is dirty. Hopeless is just sitting topside map. I don't think he can take a fight right now. Rocky's got ultimate.
Polar's going to have ult soon.
Nah, he's gone. Hopeless like, I'm not taking that fight, buddy. Sorry.
But I need to finish my Runic Echoes, and he still hasn't, unfortunately. Ooh, nice pullback. Cool. Forced
Good
to
dodge.
use the ultimate and shout. Oh, he's got to flash away. Like you mentioned, really good dodge coming out.
Very well played coming out from Duel. Popsy on the hunt to dodge away from the stun that Pyke would be able to distribute, immediately turning back around towards Shout. That's first brick going down.
On top of that, too, look at the CS per minute. Duel has barely missed anything so far this game. He's already rocking 10 CS per minute. And like you mentioned, first break gold on top of these turret plates he's able to get. Hopeless! This is a risky one, bud. Q's going to connect. They just go for a dive.
Did he not see the jungler and Yuumi just wrap around the other side? I feel like he didn't see it.
He had to, because he's got a control ward there. It's that kind of game, Fish.
Interesting.
It's that
that was a
game.
poor decision from Hopeless. But very well executed by Mega, understanding they can take another advantage from that, which is another kill bot lane. Now 4,000 gold up. Yet to break bottom lane turret, but they've set it up to knock it down on another play. And 2 turret players being taken, 1 top side, 1 in the mid lane. Rocky's gone back to base. He's going to walk all the way up to a top lane, whereas that's another teleport being burnt by Polar. So again, you're going to have a teleport advantage for Mega this time on the top side of the map. And a bot lane that's crumbling, and the top lane that's crumbling. Mega just have firm control of this game. Insurgent really need to find somewhere to hit back.
Karthus' ultimate is up, but only now just finishing the Runic Echoes. Martin's trying to back on a ward, realizes here. Hopeless is also going to show himself. So now that's going to give full control over to Lloyd, who can go ahead and try and make a play up toward this top lane. Polar has ultimate available. Could look for it.
Good pullback.
Jumps in. Now uses the ultimate. Very nicely done. Lloyd holding on to that Q until the very last second. And Polar, he knows what's going to happen. He gets taken down.
Not only did Lloyd hold on to that to the very last second, but at the same time, Rocky dodged away from it too.
Well, there we go. Nice little
Flash.
hook back, but here comes the exact
dead.
counter engage, and Shout is just left to die. Requiem's going to come down, but Duel can easily spell shield that. Teleport's going to come out from Belby. Does have the charge available. Wants to jump on in. Pop's going to soak up the damage. Jumps
Wow.
back over to his AD carry. Teleport now coming back in response and kills him before the depth below.
My
Gets the
goodness,
heal.
Pop.
Are you serious, Pop? This kitty looking like a tiger or something, because it's a double kill, and that is how you carry your bot lane.
That is how you play Yuumi. If you ever need a clinic on how to play the champion, Pop just put on a clinic. So many beautiful micro interactions coming out, Pop. From the early engage with Duel and him flashing away to get away from that first stun, to him jumping out of the champion to stop the Kled charge, jumping back in for the heal, even to the micro mechanic of threading the Q around to hit Shout the first time instead of targeting Marston. So well played coming out from Pop. That's an MVP performance right there.
Jeez. I don't think I've seen Yuumi play that good.
That was beautiful.
That was insane.
Pop and Duel are a new bot lane duo, and already their synergy is fantastic to watch.
I like that too. You also got the Athenes was completed, so you got the extra heal that came in as well. Whew. Looking very nice so far. Mega.
Even dodging the Karthus ultimate,
Yeah.
jumping onto Siva, Siva getting the bloody spell shield. Woohoo! Took him on a ride right there, and I don't think Insurgent liked it. But they're set up for another perfect game here, Mega. Let's see if this time they can clean it out.
Have yet. They still have 2 turret plates on the map if they want to try and take those down. But like you mentioned, the gold lead it's becoming a mountain once again. Martin keeps trying to look for these plays, but he keeps just getting interrupted. the vision control, the denial here by the side of Mega have just left Insurgent pretty much just clueless in their lanes. You also now have Rocky. He's coming into the jungle onto Hopeless. You're going to have a Rift Herald being popped toward top side. There's just so much pressure at all times coming out from Mega, knowing that they have to be aggressive into this Karthus jungle that's looking to ramp up.
Well, that's going to be a Rift Herald thrown top lane as well to kill another turret. Mid lane is almost dead. Rise can rotate over the Realm Warp. Ah, man, Insurgent, they're almost 10,000 gold behind. There's not much they can really do at this point. The entire jungle's been controlled by Mega. The lanes are being controlled by Mega. At this point, just give over your mouse and keyboard and let them control the champions, too.
There you go. All outer tier towers are taken down. 9,500 gold lead here for Mega. Have yet to really occupy toward that Dragon Pit. They got the mountain earlier on. They don't need it at this point. Orin's got to be careful. Let's see the damage he even takes just there. And during this whole time, too, Duel's been able to maintain his 10 CS per minute.
150 CS at the moment of Duel. Very. Well, this guy is the next big thing of the LST, by the way.
Yeah.
Duel is the next big player. He's been insane since he joined Mega.
Oh,
that's a gold graph. That's a stock. That's stonks right there. Stonks market in effect. Oh,
yeah.
Some big, strong stonks in the LST.
It's a rough one here for Insurgent. And for Mega, we talked about they needed to make a statement coming into this series. They lost the first one after going to MSI, having a rough performance. You know, morale, we were wondering, oh, you know, is it a little iffy? No, it seems like they're still on all cylinders at this point. Being able to deal with some of these niche picks that are coming out from Insurgent here in Game 2. And it's just, it seems like business is normal for Mega.
Oh my god. Potential dive coming in the top lane as well. Shout's in trouble. Here we go. No. On the hunt. Realm Warp, everything, kitchen sink.
They don't even take it. He gets rooted. He gets just deleted. Lloyd picks up the kill. 10th kill.
I mean, they can take this turret if they want. They've got a minion wave coming in behind. Only Martin here. It's another inner turret being broken. The entire time Aatrox just pushing in mid lane by himself. 11,000 gold lead for Mega.
11,000 gold. Yeah. It's this kind of game, Fish.
I didn't know we could be done before 10 o'clock.
Yeah, you know, they're going for... this series was supposed to be scheduled 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, 9 o'clock start.
Yeah. That was original scheduled time. The games have been fast tonight. Hopeless, too. Like...
Almost as fast as G2 beating TSM. Was it TSM? No, what's
Team
that team?
Liquid.
Team Liquid. I don't know. Double Fs on that team. Something North America.
Oh, Polar. Oh, Polar! Oh, no. Another quick kill. Didn't even get to go into Mega.
Didn't get to do anything.
No?
He was just the 7th minion.
Yeah.
I mean, Insurgent haven't done anything wrong. They haven't done anything right. I don't think they drafted well.
I think the thing is they just haven't done anything.
I think they drafted well. I don't think they have a game plan for this Karthus pick.
Ball of Pain coming out. Just looking to zone away, but Lloyd don't care too much, Hopeless. That's going to be another tower.
Only mid lane inner turret left, and we're not even late enough to get Baron.
Like, honestly, at this point, it just feels like Insurgent have kind of, put their hands to the side and they say, I guess we just die. Because, honestly, there hasn't been a response yet from Insurgent. There hasn't been anything.
And Mega just take all their jungle, too, so Insurgent don't have anything to take.
Like, in all honesty,
gonna force a fight.
Here
we go. That's what you want.
Maybe not. Maybe they don't know what they want, Fish.
Belby's stuck on the wrong side of the map now.
Oh, they're going for a pinch there. Belby doesn't have the ultimate available. He's going to get dragged back and has to void a damage from Rocky. Jumping in.
Oh, here we go.
G4 and then from behind. Lloyd up, put him up. Takes one down with the 1-2. Kicks him back into the depth from below from G4. That doesn't matter. It's a triple kill on the rise.
Why did Polar come back? Why did he come back?
Oh, and like that, 15 kills. 15,000 gold. And the mid lane inhibitor going down before 20 minutes here.
Insane. 19-minute inhibitor being picked up here by Mega. Ah, 15,000 gold lead. Not again. You know you're in trouble when a Yumi has more money
Gold than your 80
than
carry.
your 80 carry on the other team.
Jeez. Well, I think, hopeless. Yeah, but you got...
Cool.
Oh!
Yeah,
No.
Lloyd's like, I'm not going to ruin the perfect game.
Honestly, if you're Mega at this point, you're already making dinner reservations. I think you made them 10 minutes ago, to be honest. You're already saying, all right, we got, you know, his sub, his coach, you know, assistant, 8 people. Put it in for 10 o'clock here, Shanghai time.
I think 9:30.
You think 9:30?
Yep.
They're going to the local place just around the team house? Polar going to clear that out. Duel and them are coming down. Polar used ultimate to clear minions.
Duel can kill him.
Yeah, I think Duel just realized. They're like, okay, G4's coming down. They're like,
Yes,
bud,
he's teleport.
you're gonna.
He's not using teleport. He's using his back.
Oh no, he's caught. He's rooted. He's done for. Oh boy.
He's got popped. He was a balloon. He's a
When
gone.
you use your ultimate to clear out minions,
You know
you're-
those magic cut editors, just like they snap their fingers and something disappears? Yeah, that's what just disappeared. Gone. Now they're diving.
they got the sound clip from the Thanos snap from
Yep.
Infinity Ward. That's one. Get him down. Another inhibitor tower. Mega. This is starting to look like the tutorial you have at the start of your League of
This is
Legends
a
career.
tutorial match going on right now.
Channeling coming out there from Martin. Looking for... Who are you going to pick? And maybe you get Duel. He's got a spell shield, though. And Duel, this entire time, has been maintaining the 10 CS per minute.
It's an insane of a match. All inhibitors
Rocky.
going to go down.
There you go. Rocky.
Clinical game coming up.
Don't
from
Rocky.
Mega.
Polar, he's thinking it. He wants to jump in. Here comes the Kled. They got an R ultimate. They're looking to ruin the perfect game, Fish. They're jumping in on Lloyd, but he's got the stopwatch. It doesn't matter here at this point. It's another double kill. Wrecker Room comes out. Lloyd almost goes down. Rocky goes low, but it's going to likely be a perfect game coming out from Mega, putting on a clinic.
Almost the first perfect game of the split, and they didn't even spare anything on
Wow.
the map. Played last person standing. Mega, just an absolute shellacking of a best of 3. Don't turret dive!
20-0, 11 towers, 3 inhibitors. Mega cleaning up. Huge
Perfect game.
two.
Shaky
was just-
last week, but
Yeah.
finally getting a win.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything you could really ask for
It's
better.
9:15, by the way.
Okay, so they can take the drive out to the good
The
restaurant. Man, I can take the train home, Fish. That was...
That was quick.
There's nothing in
sorry
Insurgent
about that.
didn't do anything. They tried so hard to at least get a kill.
Mega played the way that they're meant to as well. Like Mega controlled top lane. Duel just, neutralized bottom lane, got a lead there, and G4 just stalled on mid. Like,
Yeah.
There's nothing else to really break down.
Duel had like 11 CS per minute during this game. On top, I think we could say it's a perfect game, but the highlight for
What
me...
highlight do we have?
What highlight are we going to get? It better be Pop.
I'm ready.
I want to see Pop.
No, it's the last fight.
Oh, one of the last fights.
This is not a bad fight. Duel sees the Kled, decides to only flash after the bear traps and takes damage for it. That was nice.
But
And then
look
from
at
there, it's
Rocky.
just gone. Rocky's
Oh.
just like, I'm Matrox, sorry.
Oh! Along with G4. Yeah. That's what's going to happen.
This is just a delivery system. Lloyd tags him and says, my mind's telling me yes! And then Polo just comes back. Watch Polo just come back. He's like, hello! Why?
Oh, that's a yikes from me. But perfect game, as you can see, coming out from Mega.
Watch Pop not get MVP.
Pop better get MVP. That play alone in bot lane was enough to, warrant, I want to send that over to Central Fish and be like, y'all need a tutorial on how to play Yumi.
That better be on the Penta or I'll be upset.
Well, we'll have to send it over.
That's a Penta play
Because
right
that
there.
was nasty.
Pop playing Yumi to perfection.
No!
No, I'm upset. This is not okay.
No.
This is not okay. He was not the MVP. He was a glorified Muppet. That's what he was.
It was a glorified teleportation device.
All he did was press R. I could press one button too if you put me on a good team.
G4 gets MVP apparently by our league operations. So, unfortunately, Fish.
It's what I think of the MVP.
Oh, wow.
Just, here, take it.
Fish is not impressed.
I'm upset that it's not what I asked for.
It's fine. We can just rewatch that play back and
So
forth.
just untuck my shirt as well.
Wow.
Let's go full Rebel right now.
It's going full unprofessional caster.
That's me.
I think we've said it. Like it felt like just Insurgent just went. Guess we die now. Guess this is what happens. Like there was even times, Hopeless had some okay ideas, except for the time he came up to top lane with no blue buff, with no mana.
Do what he did in that game, but with Elise. Why pick Karthus? Karthus is not going to get you what you want when you try and disrupt Mega's early game, because that's the only way you can take it to Mega. You need to disrupt them in the early game. You need to try and get a big snowball lead and use that to fight them in the mid and late game. Mega are a very good team. When you're coming as a third seed team from Thailand, if you don't have the capabilities to go toe-to-toe and play to their tempo, you need to disrupt them and play in your own tempo instead. Make Mega react to you. That's how they're going to fall. That's how Win were able to take it to them.
Yeah.
So Insurgent weren't able to do that today, and like you said, it just seems like they didn't even send anyone out to bat. That's what it really felt like. There was just no one lining up to hit the ball, and no one could really take it home for him. So
it felt like they were on on their alt accounts playing TFT on one screen and trying to re-roll until they could finally get it. What? I felt like they just weren't paying attention, Fish. Like there was that time where Hopeless went underneath the tower when there was a ward showing he was about to be dived like 10 seconds before it happened.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That was funny.
That was rough.
That was a
Fish gives you a thumbs up, apparently.
Thumbs up play right there. Not a Penta play, but you get the Fish thumbs up play.
Now, we are harping a bit here onto Insurgent. It was a rough game.
Good reason.
For good reason. Was a rough game. Was a rough game
Still against Mega, though.
It is against Mega. And Mega, they were pretty mad. They lost their first match of the season. Now they come in.
But
put
look,
a whooping
if you're
down.
Armored Project or Insurgent, you come into that and you just go, this is a tough week against Liab and Mega. Like it's just a difficult week for these two teams, and unfortunately they weren't able to take it.
So Liab will go up 2-0 overall when it comes to our team standings. But again, all those teams below them minus Win will have a chance tomorrow to try and tie up with them. So they may not be alone here, as that is going to conclude day 1 here in week 2.
Yes.
Mega equal out their series score 1-1. Nice little bounce back.
Yeah, after they lost to Win, they're able to equalize it 1-1. And we're starting to see, the ladder, shake up a little bit. Starting to see where people realistically stand. I think at the end of the week, we can start to make guesses of who's going to be the top 4, who are the 6 that are going to make it out. Remember, only bottom 2 get eliminated before playoffs. 6 teams make it all the way to playoffs. So, it's right now only Insurgent and Armored Project who are currently sitting down there. And the only team that can kind of match them is going to be Detonator.
And speaking of Detonator, tomorrow, they're going to be taking on Axis to start things off as our first match of the day. And then for Series 2, Steel Wolves taking on Liab. So Liab have a double weekend here.
Yeah, so no Win in sight. Just Axe taking on Detonator. Detonator's time to try and see if they can push their way out of the bottom 2. Axis Empire, the dark horse of last split, trying to do what they can.
That Steel Wolves match actually against Liab should
that
be
is
not
a
too
big
bad.
match. That is a rivalry in the Philippines. Both the Filipino teams. Steel Wolves, they're no pushovers. They've got a hardcore following as well against the kings of the Philippines, of Liab. So that's going to be a very fun match to watch tomorrow.
And we saw, during our national qualifiers last split too, they actually put up a pretty good performance.
Yes, they did.
Came in, had some very close games. So we'll see maybe after that MSI break whether or not they were able to shift things up and maybe try and take the series on Liab. But for us, it's going to be the end of the show. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place here at Fun Plus Esports. Have a good night.